Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's Drew, or the Pyro Bear 1776 here, and good evening to you. Look all around me. I mean, fall's on the way. It's getting here fast. I think today was like the 23rd, I believe. Yeah, 23rd of September. I feel like I say this in just about every single one of my videos, every single one or day that I realize that the day's almost over. It goes by fast. It really does. But we're in the middle of the 9th month of 2025, which is it's hard to believe. It really is. But yeah, leaves are everywhere. Corn's starting to change. Weather's starting to dip during the nights and during the evenings some. And I'm telling you guys what, it was foggy this morning, like crazy foggy. Like you could barely see in front of you. But anyhow, I want to tell you guys a story this evening. It's a true story. It's a story that happened to me, my mom, and two of my cousins. Probably, I don't know, I'm going to say 3 or 4 years ago. But anyhow, let's get on with it here. We had a little gathering. I can't remember if it was just a family party, a family gathering, or some kind of birthday party, something like that. But anyhow, and they live probably around, I'm going to say, maybe 35 minutes from where we live. They live in kind of like a motorhome type thing. And I just want to mention this up front before I forget. So where they do live, on the left-hand side, there's a massive field that stretches for probably around 2 miles before you get to the road. Then this side of it, if you were to pull out, like the driveway's right here. And if you drive back this way, that leads to the road. But if you go this way, that leads to the highway. And the right-hand side of this house, if you go all the way right, that also leads to the highway. So anyhow, let me go on here. So me, my mom, and my cousins, we're all talking. Also want to mention this. By this time, everyone had left. You know, I'd say it was probably going on close to 8 o'clock. Figuratively, probably here. But anyhow, we were sitting next to this window, me and my cousin were, while we were listening to my other cousin and my mom talk and whatever else. And we just started hearing this talking literally right outside the window. Like it was the craziest thing ever. But we would all be quiet and we heard like muffled talking. So I look at my cousin, and I don't know if I should really be saying this or not, because you know how people get sometimes when you mention this, but I'm not really afraid of how people get because I don't have that fear in me. But my cousin carries. I mean, you don't have to have a permit to carry. It's your right to carry. It's your right to have a weapon. It's your right to carry a gun, you know, for protection. But anyhow, I look at him, so he immediately gets up. He goes outside, and mind you, I just want to mention this up front. The only thing I had on me at that time, I believe, unless you're going to work or unless you have family or a certain area where you're not allowed to have a weapon, you should have some kind of weapon on you at all time, whether it be pepper spray, a gun, a knife, brass knuckles if need be. Just something that you can be able to defend yourself with if need be. Like, just as a quick example, if I go to work and I get into an altercation, these and these are my weapons, having done 5 years martial arts. Those are my weapons then. But even then, it's just nice to have something on you to where you can defend yourself. But mind you, the only thing I had on me at the time was a short little knife with a blade that was probably only maybe that long. It was a small little thing. So anyhow, I look at my cousin. He looks at me. He And he takes out his gun, then he goes outside and he's like, Drew, stay back. Like, just stay with me here. And mind you, I'm following kind of beside him some. He gets in his truck and he goes all the way around the property. I mean, all the way around. I'm kind of staying in the light, holding my knife like this, thinking, okay, what's going on? It's a little strange. And the whole time I just remember thinking, you dummy, you just got a little pocket knife on you. What is a pocket knife going to do against someone besides maybe incapacitate them for a little bit? But that's the thing. That's the country boy aspect in me for you. You don't have to have a big, scary, dangerous weapon. I mean, as long as you have a little weapon, you can do a lot of damage. But honestly, I don't think I had that fear that's even healthy. That little bit of fear that most people my age would have towards that. But anyhow, he drives around all the way around the property, keeping his headlights on bright, and I'm following basically to the side of him with my knife out, thinking, golly, this is weird. I mean, my mom and my other cousin heard talking. You know, Michael, you heard talking. Michael's my uncle, by the way, my cousin. But he's like, Michael, you heard talking? Yeah, so did you, Drew boy. You heard talking. Then about that time, Uncle Bill walks up. His Uncle Bill, Kathy, that's another one, my cousin. Her and her mom, my mom's uncle, I think. But about that time, Uncle Bill walks up and he goes, boys, I didn't see nothing. Did you see anything? No, we didn't see anything. I mean, but we heard it. It was so weird. I mean, the window was basically right here. If you're sitting this way, if you're sitting in this area, the window was right here, like right in here. But that's how we were sitting, and we could hear muffled voices. But it's weird. As soon as we left the building and looked, there was no one there. And you got to keep in mind, the area where the window was, there's a solid mile and a half stretch before you get to the road. And it wasn't completely dark out yet either. Like, should we have got out, well, let me rephrase that. When we got out, and should we have went to the back window where we heard the muffled voices, we should have at least been able to see someone. But we didn't, and that's what makes it weird. That's what makes me think, ooh, that's a little bit strange. But anyhow, that happened right around, maybe, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, somewhere in that area. And that's just something that I've never been able to explain since then, because really I haven't given it that much thought, because I don't know what it was, and I'm not sure it's going to be one of those things where I give it very much thought either, because I see it as just something that I might want to leave alone. But anyhow, yeah, that's my short little story here. Kind of creepy story, in all honesty. So yeah, creepy September story for 2025. But anyhow, love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. A big thank you to who's been hitting subscribe, like, whatever else the case may be. Let's see here. I mean, Halloween's going to be coming up within the next few weeks here. Halloween's on a Friday this year. Love that. So maybe after work, I'll have to come home, get me a little bit of rest, then maybe go drive out on the town or see what Schoolcrafts and Nephew Riddick are going to be doing. And Nephew Camden, obviously. But anyhow, we'll see what happens with that. I've been talking to... Bug in my face. I've been talking to Jackson and Reagan and Brendan a little bit. I'd love to do a very specific video for Thanksgiving. I'm not going to give too much of it away, but I do have to get 2, possibly 3 more things for that video before we can move forward and do that video. Like I just said, I don't want to give very much of it away because I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, anyhow, it's kind of the thought process, video plans, or what have you. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this story. If you did, please like, subscribe. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. Have a weekend. Great day. Great night. You know, whatever time you watch this, I hope it's a good one. With that, take care, folks.